Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I let a few hundred of y'all come in. That's not a problem. And then I'm going in, but in the meantime, in the between time, I'm gonna give some shouts out to the early birds, starting with the Django Jenkins. What's up, Connie Hodge? Connie Hodge is in the building. China Carter checking in. What's up, sweet beloved? I see you. I think I've been having. I think my channel is experiencing some, what they call it, sabotage or something, fam. Something going on that ain't right. Something ain't right. These numbers just don't make any kind of sense whatsoever. It's like well, guess what, fam? I ain't waiting. I'm gonna go ahead on and get into it. So, hold on. Let me do this right quick. Let me put this guy up on the screen. Let's put the guy up on the screen here. This guy right here, man. This guy. Boy. So, this guy, hold on, let me hit you with the Donald Trump, your president, has done it again. What has Donnie done this time to help the country? Family. This dude has snatched Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection right before her book tour is set to begin. Straight up. That sounds like it could be illegal, but check this out. By law, former vice presidents only get 6 months of protection after leaving office, which for Kamala ended July 21st. But Biden said Biden slid her an extra year of security through a quiet directive nobody knew about until now. Trump wasn't here for it, y'all, and officially canceled the order this week, effective September 1st. This move comes right as Kamala is about to step back into the spotlight with a book tour for her memoir, 107 Days, hitting the shelves September 23rd without Secret Service. I'm assuming this 107 days is the amount of time she had to campaign for president. So that book hits the shelf September 23rd. Without Secret Service, she'll lose round-the-clock agents, threat intel briefings, and even the federal protection around her in Los Angeles at her home. Her team is clearly worried, especially since she was the first woman and first Black woman vice president, facing unique threats even while in office. California Governor Gavin Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass are already sounding alarms, calling Trump's decisions dangerous political retaliation. Bass even said, this puts the former vice president in danger. I'll work with the governor to make sure she's safe in LA. That's why that hand is tied. Okay, there we go. Okay, a little bit too much. Okay, so Kamala won't have any protection during her book tour from the Secret Service, but she can have protection if she wants to pay for it herself. She could organize in every state, in every city that she travels to. She could organize local protection. So the governor can give her protection, give her state protection, and local law enforcement can provide her security free of charge. That's something that her people are going to have to make the phone call on. But as far as somebody moving with her 24/7, that's over. The jig is up. This dude is wild. The jig is up. No 24/7 security. So if she wants 24/7 security, she's going to have to pay out of pocket. So here's the deal. Trump don't really have to worry about something like that happening to him, because right now, fam, I don't know, man. It's like, God, this dude, this dude right here, man. Here's the deal, fam. There's a chance. There is a chance that Trump could drop dead in office. Not this term, but he could end up having a spot where he don't get removed. I mean, the way that they're moving the laws and changing, the way they're moving the goalposts and changing laws every day, they just, as they go, they try to do something. If they find out if it's not lawful, they just go in the room, write up a new law, and boom, continue on doing what they were doing. They just keep on doing things, and even if it's illegal, they do it anyway. And anybody got something to say about it, they crush them and keep on moving. So you got to wonder, is Trump doing this because he's afraid of what's in that book? Or is he just doing this because he just don't like the chick? I would like to say not like to say, but I would think that it's a bit of both, right? It's a bit of both. He knows that she's going to be taking shots at him in that book. And it's the fact that she don't like him, and she's still been taking shots at him since she lost the election. Now, here's the deal, fam. This is where the American people are supposed to step in and be like, yo, man, nah, we're not having that. But that's not going to happen because, America itself is a very good representation. The Congress is the people that's in the higher positions are a very good representation of America at large. Yeah. The people are a very good representation. I mean, the Congress is a very good representation of the people, because keep in mind, fam, it's the people. Every single person that's sitting in one of those seats got there by thousands of people, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people or millions voting for them. That means that you saw something in this demon that you liked, and you trusted this demon to go into office and write legislation or to protect you or to come up with initiatives that suit you. So for every demon that you see in a political seat, that demon represents thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of demons. That's how you got to look at it. See, a lot of people just want to look at Trump. You got to think about the demons who put him in office. Yeah, man. A lot of people, you know, they only look at the politician. They only look at the congressman, the state rep, the civic. I meant the city councilman, the mayor, the chief of police, the sheriff. But you got even the city comptroller. But you got to look at the demons who put them in office. They're just a microcosm of their constituency. That's what's really scary. When you see these demons operating, like, for example, that Margaret something Taylor Greene, whatever her name, big back chick, or whatever they call her, the something blonde, busty blonde or something. Oh, I can't remember what Jasmine Crockett called her, but Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett lit her ass up. Whatever she called her. You got to think, somebody that's uncouth. She's uncouth. She's she has no class. I mean, zero class, no integrity. But people put her in office, which means that there's a lot more of her out there, because they know what type of chick she is, and they voted for her. So that means that it's a lot of them out there, a lot more of them out there just like her. She ain't the worst. The worst is the people who put her in office. The killer ain't the worst. The worst is the people who exonerated the killer, who let the killer make it, who made excuses for the killer and put the killer back out on the streets to kill again. They're the worst. Bad built butch body. I thought she said something about blonde, something. Let me see what Jasmine Crockett called that chick. Jasmine Crockett. She called her bleached blonde, bad built butch body. Bleached blonde, bad built butch body. Nailed it. Bleached blonde, bad built butch body. You got to give her props for even thinking about that. Like, how do you come up with that? I can't stand that heifer. Let me come up with a name. Let me see. Bad built. No, I gotta come out fire and harder than that. Her skin look like it's bleached. It look like she bleached her skin. Look like she bleached her hair. And she got she bad built. Let me just write down all the things I know about it. She Bleach blonde, she bad built. She got a butcher body. That's it. Bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. I ain't gonna say it right now. I'm gonna wait till we have a hearing. Lit her up. Lit her up. Jasmine Crockett ain't to be played with. I'm gonna tell you somebody else who really cold with those words that can rip somebody a new one, a female. What's her name? My neck, my back. That chick, man. That chick, man. That girl, that is cold blooded with them words, man. She can roast. Is it Keisha? Kesha? I think it's Kesha. But that girl will roast you to toast. Kia, yeah. Kia. Yeah, that's her, yeah. Boy, that girl is a cold roaster. She cold-blooded on the roasting. I'm talking about back to back to back to back to back for minutes. She tear somebody up. Yeah, that's her name. Kia. Yeah, what's up, RMP? G Rayner. What's up? Supreme. What's up, Supreme? Mike Nice. Crushed Peanut. I'm surprised them Trumpsters ain't came up in here, boy. Because they normally, the Trump trolls be ready, boy. They be ready to defend Master. They be coming up there with their tongue hanging out, ready to defend them. Yeah. Just licking all up in his butt. Oh, pronounced Kaya. Kaya, okay, Kaya. Yeah, that girl there, she cold-blooded with it. And she's not even a comedian. She's a rapper. That's what's crazy about it. Like, she can roast as good as any comedian I've ever seen. She will roast you. She will tear your head off. David Russo, what's up? Edward Pyfrom, what it do, Ed? EP, what's up? What's up? What's up? If you're just not joining, fam, Donald Trump has done it again. What has Donnie done this time? Donnie snatched Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection right before her book tour was set to begin. So, starting September 1st, Kamala Harris will not have Secret Service protection. At least one state, the state that she lives in, California, says that they will offer her protection. They will make sure she's protected while she's in California. But once she crossed those state lines, she's on her own. She's gonna have to make up a deal. She's gonna have to work out a deal with each state. And you know those Republican states, she ain't gonna be able to work out no deal for state protection. But perhaps she can get a little protection from the mayor, but not if that mayor is a Republican. She's gonna have to pay out of pocket. Trump don't have to worry about any type of retaliation because even if he's not in office, let's say he don't get a chance to become the dictator he dreamed of being, and this is his last term indeed, he got a lot of these politicians and law people so shook. They so scared. No, I mean, straight up spineless. He got them so shook that they won't even hold him accountable for his actions. And I know if a Democrat gets in after he leaves, they ain't gonna have the balls to make sure that he don't have Secret Service protection. But then again, I think the president's supposed to have Secret Service protection. Former presidents keep Secret Service protection forever. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so yeah. Former presidents and their spouses are eligible for lifetime Secret Service protection under federal law. But this protection is not automatic and can be declined. The protection afforded to their minor children ends when they turn 16. Though a sitting president can grant temporary protection to other family members, typically for a period of up to 6 months after leaving office. Former presidents and their spouses receive lifetime Secret Service protection by law. Declining protection. A former president can decline this protection. Legal bias. Let's take a look at legal bias. Okay, who is covered? Protection is provided for life unless the former president declines it. A former president's spouse also receives lifetime protection. This protection is lost if the spouse remarries following the former president's death. So if she remarries, she don't get no action. But if she stays single, and lonely, she gets all the protection she needs. Boy, these laws in the U.S. is wild. Vice presidents, former vice presidents, their spouses and children under age 16 generally receive protection for only 6 months after the vice president leaves office. This period can be extended by the Secretary of Homeland Security if a threat warrants it. I think a threat warrants Kamala Harris receiving protection, extended protection, because the uncivilized mutts, they're out there. Ain't no telling what they'll do. G. Rayner says, will the Nation of Islam protect her? I'm sure they would for a price. You know it ain't free. You know it's not free. Ain't nobody got time to be going around using their resources and providing somebody 24/7 security. Nation of Islam don't get money like that. Nation of Islam have to work for their money. They have to work for their money. You know what I'm saying? Like if she go anywhere and try to get protection, she's gonna have to pay unless it's tax paid. If it's tax paid, um, if it's some type of taxpayer subsidies or whatever, taxpayer uh, sponsored, yeah, she cool with that. She can get that all day. But when you start talking about private entities, the money got to come from somewhere. Those people that offer that protection got family to feed also. And shit, if I was in the Nation of Islam, you're gonna pay me. I ain't doing it for free. Is it Biju Cassell says, Willie D, you have no idea how many death threats these people get. I just interviewed a sitting congressman who actually showed me some of his death threats, showed me messages of the death threats he received on a daily basis. And I actually played some of them back on this channel. So I beg to differ. I got an idea. And that's just a congressman. That's just a sitting Congress. That's just one congressman. So I can imagine what it would be like for a vice president or any former politician, but especially a recently made vice president, former vice president. Yeah. Trump get a lot of death threats too on a daily basis. They just don't publicize it because they don't want you to know that people are out there, thinking of that type of thing. You only hear about the ones that go viral, but I'm sure he probably receive a minimum of a couple 100,000 death threats a day from all over the world. So however many Kamala Harris receive, I'm sure his number is probably 100 times worse. But that's what you sign up for, fam. When you become a politician, that's what you sign up for. That's part of the job. That's just what it is. I'd like to see one of the good politicians catch one. Like say, for instance, somebody run up on him and try to pop him, and not the security, but they beat him to the punch. They like, boom, 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 boom. I'd be like, woo. Yeah, man, I like it. I want to see it. I want to see it. You got bullies. You can't be scared of them. You can't be running around in fear. You got to be ready. Like I wish a mother would. You got to have that type of mentality. And when you get your chance, you need to take full advantage of it. You got to go off, all the way off, down them. To say that there are no, you say Supreme asks, is there a good politician? I think there's some good politicians out there. Yeah. I mean, to assume that there isn't, you may as well just throw society away. You can say the same thing. Or there's some good teachers, or they're good bus drivers, Are they good nurses? Are there some good doctors? Because every single field, you know, they got rotten apples. But I do feel where you're coming from, Supreme. The political arena just seem to have a high concentration of uncivilized mutts, really bad people, a high concentration of them. I do know that when a lot of times when politicians start out, you know, they may start off with good intentions. And once they get in there and they see all those uncivilized mutts and how it's being ran, man, and they see like, damn, I'm in here I'm swinging for the right thing. I'm fighting for the right thing, but I can't get nobody to see things my way. I can't get none of my colleagues to vote with me. And they realize how hard it is. So even if you have good intentions, you sometimes have to vote for bad ideas to get what you want. Because you got to go in as a politician. I don't care if you're on the city council, in Congress, or on a school board. You got to, okay, look, man, work out a deal. Because some officials, some elected officials are more passionate about particular issues than others. So I might be more like, let's say I'm on the school board. I might be passionate about having cross guards, on the streets for the kids, because, my nephew got hit by a car or something, right? Another, my colleague may be more passionate about getting new books in the school, right? So we have to say, okay, look, I'm gonna vote. I got you on this one right here. You back me on this one right here. That's how it's got to be done. You got to negotiate. You got to have allies when you need votes. You got to have allies. You can't just go in there and, I'm just going to deny, or I'm just going to vote this way all the time and for this particular group, and everybody else voting this way. Nothing's going my way. I'm not getting no law passed. I'm not getting nothing passed. I'm not getting nothing done. I'm not getting no initiatives passed. But I'm passionate, and I'm a good person, but I'm not helping my people because I can't get nothing passed. So you have to compromise. That's part of politics. You got to compromise. You can't get everything your way. Similar to like running your household. You got a man and a woman in the household. You have to compromise. A lot of things you guys are going to see, you're going to see eye to eye on. But every now and then, like, let's say wifey want to redecorate the living room. You don't want to spend redecorate for what? She want to put in some new furniture and you like, man, why are we spending money? Ain't nothing what's wrong with the furniture we got right here. And it's bothering her because she got to look at this furniture every day. It's bothering her, but it don't bother you at all. Now you got to think, can we afford it? And do I want this problem with her? If we can afford it, and it ain't gonna break the bank, maybe I need to be in the little and let her have that. Just let her have that. Over here, might be saying like, she don't like it when I go to Vegas for the fights. Well, look here, baby, you know, that's something that I like to do. You know, I'm not going to stop going to Vegas for the fights. You just going to have to, you know, you're going to have to work with me on this. And she got to work with you on that. You got to compromise, man. You ain't going to get everything your way all the time. Who said that? Mabel said after they get out of office, they are no threat. You sure about that? Trump left office and he remained a threat. Oh yeah. So you might want to rethink that. It depends on how dedicated they are to holding on to power. Or they can continue to be a threat. Sam Washington, what's up? All right, fam, that's my time. Trump has done it again. You're president. That's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all joining live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're on the world. Got more videos coming up next. Yep.